Good evening. Welcome to the Man Cave. Due to some technical glitches, the versus battle that we had set up with HeroScape fell apart, so we will be refilming that. Sorry that that's gotten delayed. In the meantime, we got some boxes in. We got a Kickstarter that's back, and I got a pre-order from Gen Con that I'm really excited about. So I want to open this one today, show you guys why I'm excited. When I went to Gen Con, I told you guys earlier, the Nemesis box I was disappointed I couldn't get. There was one other thing I was disappointed I couldn't get right away, and that was this game right here. I hope that's not too close. Dragon Isles. Now this is from Game Right Studios. I have the other two games in this series, Dragon Dice and Dragon Wood, I think, or Dragon Wood and Dragon Realm, which are both very fun games. This is the third one, Dragon Isles. Dragon Wood and Dragon Realm are go-to games that my kids like to play, my wife likes to play. Fun for the whole family. They're very easy. This was the next one in the series. When I was at Gen Con, we were told, hey, it's on a boat. And finally, it came through, got to the distribution center, and now instead of being on a boat, it's in my house. I'm very happy about that. I have a poster of this somewhere, that's what but I'm not going to go find it. I showed it off during our total haul unboxing, and I mentioned that we would get this, and I would make sure to show it to you guys. I'm solo tonight. My cameraman is in a play at school, so his schedule's all over the place while they're getting their practicing and everything done. So anyway, this is for ages 10 plus. It's 2 to 5 players, and here's what it says on the back. Dragon Isles. Welcome to the distant shores of Dragon Isles. Step into the role of a lone adventurer, drawn to a land seeped in magic and mystery. Slip through shadowed groves, outwit clever spirits, and strike with precision against powerful dragons. How you face each trial is yours to decide. With every foe you overcome, your strength grows. Unlock new abilities and refine your path, shaping your journey with skill and purpose. Will you clash with fearsome Oni? Seek out masterfully crafted katana and earn the most honor and victory points along the way. Adventure awaits. Will you walk that path with courage? This is the back of the box that shows what the contents are. And it says the contents are 64 adventure cards, 5 character boards, 20 experience cubes, 50 encounter cards, 45 treasure cards, 20 potion cards, 50 coins, 5 encounter trophies, 5 variety trophies, 6 custom dice, 5 reference cards, and the rules of play. Now, the interesting thing about these games, they're not the same. They're in the same world. Like Dragon Wood was a dice game and card collection game, sort of like it's kind of like a rummy sort of game while you're collecting it. The next version of this game, Dragon Realm, was a worker placement type game that also involved dice and trying to collect. It's awesome. It's very different, but similar enough in the world that they fit together. So this is the third in that series. I'm hoping that this continues that long tradition of being an incredibly good game. So let's open her up and see what's in here. So first, again, here's the box. Then we have the rules of play. The rules of play. This is an 11-page rule book. The rules here are nice and bright. Gives you a basic overview of the game, our contents thing, how to set up the game. Then we have an explanation of the cards. And the cards, again, they look like the cards from the previous games. Here's our action key for the challenges. And again, there's 6, 7, 8. So you play a run, or you play 3 of a kind. There's 3 8s, or you play 3 cards of the same color. And normally it's however many cards you have in that. Like here's this, you can sneak, you can steal, you can strike. Those are the same action abilities that we had in the previous game, Dragon Realm. Here's a breakdown of what the card looks like. And this looks very much like some of the cards that we had in the previous game, except you're not adding little worker tokens. I'm not sure what you're doing with this just yet. Ooh, so here we have Dragon Oni Sorry, I'm reading this upside down. Bakemono, and wow, there's no way I'm going to say that correctly. But it looks like some sort of tree demon thing. That's really neat looking. And then locations. So this is a breakdown of the card. Like there's the card type, how many victory points you get, the ways you can fight it to gain the card. Character boards, it talks about what your characters are going to be able to do. This is the new part, character boards. We haven't had these in any of the previous games. Unique character abilities. Then there's different potions. That's interesting. The treasures that you can earn. Coins. They took the coins were also in Dragon Realm. And then trophies. And these trophies are all a little bit different than what we've seen in the past. And then on the back, here's your ending of the game. Counting how to count up your victory points so that you know who wins and what's worth everything. The player with the most points wins. And down here we have something that I want to read to you. It's called a word from Game Right. We're thrilled to introduce the latest addition to the Dragon series, originally created by Darren Kisgan. This new game seamlessly builds on the rich fantasy world established in Dragonwood and Dragon Realm. The brilliant minds behind the game, Peter Lee and Ket Nig, NG, have crafted a perfect extension that not only ties both games together, but also weaves a unique story with fresh gameplay. The talented artists at Umeshu Lovers have truly outdone themselves with stunning cover art. Aaron Kavanagh's imaginative designs of all the Japanese-inspired creatures and characters adds a whole new level of creativity and wonder to the experience. We hope you enjoy this beautiful game as much as we enjoyed making it. Oh, excuse me. So our next thing in here is our punch boards of coins. So we've got 1, 5, and 10. You know, at the end of the game, at least in the previous versions, you added up the coins to figure out who the winner was. So I'm sure that that's going to be the same type of thing here. These are the potion bundles. Whoops. I don't know where that went. That we were just reading about. Uh-oh. I'll find it after. But so there's what they look like on one side, and on the other they have different values. So it's what the potion does. It's really weird. I'll find it after. All right. Underneath that, this is how, look at, here's our insert for the box. It's really nice. These are the dice. These dice are very much like the Dragon Realm ones, I believe. And the Dragonwood. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see, there's 1, 1. There's 2, 3. There's 2 2s, 2 3s, and 1 4. And that's what each of the 6 dice have. We have cards. And oh, that's nice. One of these cards is a turn summary card. Let's see if I can get these open nice and easily. I don't have my knife today. There we go. And these have the little stopper piece, but for some reason, I can never get those stupid things to work. So for me, it's just easier to go for the corners. All right, there we go. So here's the backs. It says Dragon Realms right on there. It's a nice purple back. Almost looks like scales. I don't know if you can. I don't know how well you can see that in the camera here. We've got the encounter action cards, and on the back of that is our turn summary card. So that's nice. There are 5 of those, which makes sense because there's 5 players. We have, okay, so these purple cards are, we have orange on one, we've got the purple backs. We have orange things on one side, which appears to be items. We have a couple dragon scrolls, and they're different, so they all do something. There's an Oni scroll, Bakemono, Spirit, all right, Tsukimogami. I think that's how to say that. I think the T is silent. Tsukimogami. Okay, so here's the brief thing of the orange cards. Different scrolls for the different types of creatures within the game. I said I didn't even get a chance to, I didn't even get to play a demo for this. I saw the poster, I knew it was coming, I know I liked the company and the game, so I was like, yep, I'm buying it. These look like things that you collect. Because this says, oh, no, 1 of 3, 1 of 3, 1 of 3. Okay, so there's 3 of them. That's what that means. So these look like equipment of some sort of things. Here's a Daruma. There's 3 of those. There's a Amamori. There's 3 of those. 2, 1 of 3. This one says it's the Lucky Mallet, and there's 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, and again these are all in the purple backed parts. The Imuaraku. There's 3 of those. I may have said that wrong, and if so, I apologize to anybody who speaks the language fluently. Here's a Baiwa. There's 3 of those. Jewel, that one I can say. There's 3 of these. A Datakubel. There's 3 of those. There's the Majituma bead. Majitama maybe. Majitama bead. 3 of those. The katana. I know how to say that. There's 3 of those. 1, 2, and 3. And finally, there's a mirror, and there's 3 of those. So those are our purple-backed cards. We also have these. Ooh. We have very pretty green cubes. I don't know if you can see them so good in the bag, so I'll take one out of the bag. You see, very, very cool green, almost sort of see-through. They're translucent-y. Very pretty. Sure that's some sort of life or point counter for something. All right. Not sure where the starting point is, so again, I'm going to go to the corner up here. Oh, there we go, that's working. All right, so the way these work, it's a basic deck of cards. You have 1 through 12 in the different colors. So we have blue, we have red, we have orange, purple, and green. And it looks like we've got 4 different types of wild cards as well. We have, this wild says it can be any number, any color. This one says the same thing, any number, any, oh, looks like they all say any number, any color. So like I said, if this plays like the previous games, you're looking for runs, you're looking for the same color, you're looking for runs of the same color. Or combinations like 3, 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, whatever. Okay, that's the top half of the box. Let me put all this stuff back in here real quick so I'm not misplacing anything. Their inserts are very well done. They work really, really good. I think Dragon Realm even has a mini expansion that the last time I checked you could get on Board Game Geek. So these are the character boards, I believe. We have a pirate. We have a trader, a monk, a sorcerer, and a warrior. So those are the 5. And it's interesting because if you look at these colors and pictures match the cards. So there was the blue warrior, the yellow sorcerer, the purple monk, the green trader, and the red pirate. Those were the cards that we just had the runs of. Ooh. And here we have some very nicely done cardboard tokens. These are really pretty. This one's worth 3 points. This one's worth 3 points. Here we have another 3-pointer. I'm going to set these here. I think you can see them again. Still, I'm not sure I'm doing this by myself today. There's a 3-pointer. Oh, that is cool. I'm not sure which side's up on. Oh, must be this way. There's a 3-pointer. 5 points for this one. Oh, it just says 5 on it. All these must say 5. Okay, these are 5. It looks like these are for anybody, and each one of these is a specific set. That's probably the location card. All right, so these are look at this, the thickness here. That's pretty impressive. These are very nicely done. But again, I have always been impressed with the quality of the components of their games. I have very much enjoyed everything that I've ever gotten from this company. So, and it's funny because Dragonwood, the one that I first got, I found on accident while I was at a, I think it was at a Target or a Meijer. So here's the back of the big cards, the Dragon Isles, and if this works like, oh, it doesn't work that way. The last set had different colors on the backs depending on what you were putting together. So these must be the things that we're going to try to get. It looks like you get 1 point for conquering this, and you can do it. You need a strike of 5, a steal of 3, or a sneak of 9, and the 9 gives you the 1 extra gold, it looks like. And as I said before, each one of those is a way of getting what you're trying to do. For instance, sneak is when you do a run of different color cards. A steal is when you do multiples of the same number in a set. And then the strike is when you play a set of cards that are all the same number, like 3 yellow cards, any 3 yellow cards. So that's how that one works. It's pretty nice. And what that does is it determines how many dice you get to roll. Then you roll the dice to try to come up with these combat numbers. So here we have the Spirit's Rest Woods, the Eternal Blossom Forest, Thorned Pass, Mountain of Darkness. Oh, this one doesn't even have, this only has 2 options. There must be something important there. The Dragon Crystal Caves, Nightflower Depths, Forest of Whispering Waves, Tengu Peak, Serpent Spine, Crashing Waves Cave, Kasha. Ooh, another Kasha. That's interesting. Hanya, Oni, another Oni, but different. That's kind of cool. Oh, all 3 of those are different Onis. That's neat. And there's another Kasha and another Kasha. Those are the same. Oh, no, they're not. Same little dude, but different locations. That's cool. Here's another Hanya, another Oni. So it looks like you're going through as one of these adventure people and you are taking out these little spirits, or you're conquering the locations that we saw. So that must be how this game works. And that means it's going to be utilizing the dice from the Dragonwood. It's going to be using the idea about how to conquer places that you got from Dragon Realm. But in Dragon Realm, when you did the conquer thing, you got to add one of your pieces to it, and then whoever ended up with the most pieces got to take it over. This doesn't look like you added little pieces anywhere. You're just going straight for the who's conquering it. So I'm almost done here. Sea Dragon, Rain Dragon. The art is beautiful. Okay, now these, I want to show you this. The card stock, this is standard to these types of games. It's not too bad, but it's not something that some of you may feel compelled to bag everything. I do not always feel compelled to bag or sleeve anything. There are certain cards when I use them all the time, I am going to bag or sleeve them. There are other things where they're used so often and there's so many that by the time I got into seriously gaming, it was way too late. Like my DC deck building stuff, there's no way I could sleeve all of that without going bankrupt. So I will not be sleeving these, and I will feel okay about that because these, I mean, they've got a special, there's a special surface on these. They're like scratch resistant, they're wear resistant, they're really, really nice cards. And that same back is on all of the decks and these large cards for the location pieces here. These are thicker. These are like those the cutouts we saw earlier, these player boards. classic cardboard stock. So that's the components. That's the basic of the game. That's everything that we've got here to show you. So I hope you find this enticing. I really hope that if you get this game and you play it, I hope you have as much fun as I have with the other versions of this game. I am sure that we're going to enjoy this game. And so even based on no plays at all, just components and the fact that I have a history with this company and these types of games, I'm going to call it a critical success for us. We're very happy with what we've seen so far. We'll probably play this game sometime this week, and hopefully we'll have a review up. Like I said, it's with the way that our schedules are working right now, I can't promise anything, but I do hope to get a review of this game up on the channel by the end of the month. All right, and at that time, we'll see if it lives up to the hype that we're building up for it, and the expectations that I have for this game are that it will be a critical hit for our family. All right, with that in mind, I'm going to call this done. I hope that until we meet again, that every role that you have is a critical hit in your realm as well. Have a good night.